Hallo und herzlich willkommen zu Lightful Magic, dein Podcast für dein inneres Strahlen. Ich bin Xenia und ich freue mich riesig, dich wieder mit auf die Reise zu nehmen, damit du diesen Raum für dich hier hast, um dich mit dir zu verbinden, dein Herz zu öffnen, dich zu spüren, dich an die eine oder andere Sache zu erinnern, vielleicht einen Traum, der in dir schlummert und ja, dafür auch in die Kraft zu kommen, um dafür loszugehen. Und heute hier im Podcast erwartet dich ein ganz besonderer Gast, Sergio Bambarén. Und Sergio ist Welt-Bestseller-Autor, hat 25 Bücher geschrieben und sein erstes Buch ist vor 30 Jahren auf den Markt gekommen oder wurde veröffentlicht, der träumende Delfin. Und jetzt, heute, gibt es tatsächlich die Fortsetzung vom Delfin, der träumende Delfin und die Stimme des Ozeans. Und Sergio geht jetzt auch auf Tour, um das zu feiern. 30 Jahre sind vergangen, seitdem das erste Buch veröffentlicht wurde. Und jetzt kommt die Fortsetzung von diesem ersten Buch. Und die Tour findet statt. In Deutschland gibt es viele Termine, in Österreich gibt es einige Städte und in der Schweiz. Und du hast die Möglichkeit, Sergio dort auch persönlich kennenzulernen. Ich werde dir in den Shownotes alles verlinken. Und dann hast du die Möglichkeit, dich zu dem jeweiligen Event mit anzumelden oder eben auch dann das Buch zu bestellen, falls du nicht zur Tour kommen kannst. Und ich kann es wirklich von ganzem Herzen empfehlen, dich durch die Bücher zu schmökern von Sergio. Und ich selbst durfte schon ganz viel Inspiration daraus mitnehmen für mich. Und ich bin sicher, dass auch du einiges für dich findest in den Büchern. Und jetzt wartet erstmal das Interview auf dich, das Gespräch mit Sergio. Und wir sprechen über das, was wirklich zählt. Wir sprechen über das Leben zu leben. Wir sprechen über Träume. Und wir haben das Interview abgeschlossen mit der Aussage, Träume sind dafür da, um wahr zu werden. Und damit möchte ich dir jetzt ganz viel Freude wünschen in diesem Gespräch mit Sergio. Und du wirst unter anderem auch erfahren, wie Sergio seinen Tag beginnt und was für ihn ganz, ganz wichtig ist, um sich immer wieder mit sich selbst zu verbinden, um sich mit der Liebe zu verbinden. Und es geht um Liebe, um Mitgefühl, um Empathie, um Menschlichkeit und wie wir das einfach auch miteinander verstärken können und ja, wie viel Kraft entsteht, wenn wir uns da verbinden. Ganz viel Freude mit diesem ganz besonderen Interview. Hello again and happy welcome for the second time in the podcast Lightful Magic. It's the podcast for our inner light, so we give it out to the world. And I really appreciate that you took the time, Sergio, to be here and talk to me, and we can have this conversation.
No, Sinia, thank you very much for the invitation. It's an honor for me to be here, and I'm open to any questions you might have.
Yeah, I do have some since our since our last conversation. And at first, I wanted to say my congratulations for your 30th birthday of the dolphin and the first book you wrote. And yeah, congratulations.
Thank you. It's amazing. Life just flies. And I cannot imagine it's been 30 years now as a full-time writer and never look back. I'm so
Mm,
happy with I found the true purpose of my life, and that's the main thing.
mm, yeah, and It's such a present or gift for the world that you share all these stories that are coming directly from your heart. And yeah, I'm very much looking forward to your new book. The Dolphin in German is the träumende Delfin und die Stimme des Ozeans.
Exactly. Yes. Yeah, it's been amazing because I'm a chemical engineer by career, and I took the decision to leave a very good job in order to follow my dreams, and life made me a writer. I always say life works in strange but wonderful ways. But the thing that caught me more than anything was that the fact that when I wrote The Dolphin, which is the first of my 25 books, I never thought that there were so many people around the world questioning their life the way I was questioning mine. You
Mm,
know, there is there more to life than this? And uh, it was just wonderful to see that there were so many people around the world looking for a purpose, instead of trying to just stay in the day-to-day living, the normal living. And for me, the best gift I have received are all these thousands of mails of people who have really followed their dreams and achieved them, and now they are living life to the fullest. uh,
mm,
that for me is the best gift I can get, by sharing my thoughts, and just a humble human being like anyone who one day decided to listen to the voice of his heart and live the life he was supposed to live. And thank you very much also for mentioning the new book, which is the sequel of The Dolphin. Uh, it will be launched in German-speaking countries first in mid-March. I will be doing a tour through all Germany, Austria, and Switzerland, uh, between mid-March and mid-April. Um, and let's see what happens.
mhm. Yeah, that's the invitation for all who are listening to visit you at one or more of the dates of your tour and to meet you and to speak with you. There's so many cities you're visiting during the tour in Germany, and as you said, also Austria and Switzerland. And I'm also very looking forward to that. There is one date which is in Kempten,
Yes.
so living in Kempten. Unfortunately, I cannot be there at this date, but I will look for another one. And I will also link that in the show notes so everyone can see the tour dates and meet you in personal.
Oh, I mean, I'm just a normal, simple human being, and I mean, uh, but I love to share with my readers all the stories that I tell, and which are basically real stories of my life, a little fiction, and share that common ground that we all have about you know trying to get a try to live a better life and follow our dreams, which is, I guess, one of the most important things in life.
Why is it so important to follow our dreams, Sergio?
I think, Senior, because you only live once,
Mm,
and I know sometimes we have to do things of the day-to-day living to have certain things that we need,
mm,
but to find the true purpose of your life, I think it's unique. It's like discovering why are you here on earth?
mm,
What is your purpose? What is the meaning of your life? And from my personal experience, I can tell you that the day that I discovered it, everything really changed for the better in my life. And in in some way, finding the true purpose of your life is so much connected with the happiness in which you will live your life.
Mhm.
And I hope, when I have to leave this world, I am able to say no regrets,
Mhm.
not one at all. And of
Mhm.
course, with kindness, empathy, humanity, unconditional love, uh, try to make this world that is right now, in such a bad shape, at least a little better, and get together all those people who think that we can make a better world, and and um, and share this magic. And as I said, one of the logos of the tour is the power of one multiplied by the power of millions. All these people that we're all around the world try to make a better world, and hopefully we will get together and do things that will protect our beautiful planet, and give hope for the future generations, and why not also for us.
Mhm. Yes. So, what does it mean for you? The sentence you said, the power of one multiplied by millions. How do you feel when you think about that sentence or the meaning of that sentence?
To tell you the truth, Senia, I've traveled all around the world.
Mm,
I cannot mention how many countries I know, because as a keen surfer, I've always been in search of the perfect wave. The ocean is my life. And one of the things I found, and it was so amazing, is that wherever you go in the world, people are people. I mean,
mhm,
different
mhm,
traditions, maybe different religions, but in the end, we're all human beings. And one of the things that fascinated me was that in every corner of the world I've been, I found people always trying to make a better world,
mhm,
with simple things, with big things. So it came to me, the idea, why not try to get together, all of us? Uh, Now, with the technologies we have, it's much easier. And at the same time, by being, I mean, each one can do something good for Mother Earth. But if we get together, we can do many, many more things, and maybe more powerful things. So that's what I'll try to be spreading the message. And I know there's so many people around the world that they don't feel well the way the world is going right now, but they have so much hope. And in a way, the idea is to get together, to find solutions to the problems we have uh, right now in this beautiful planet we live in.
mhm. Thank you for sharing. And I'm sure that as more people come together, as more people can connect to their purpose and to give a purpose or a meaning to their life by making the world better and doing it together in this whole community we are.
Yeah, exactly. It's a global community, and people with so many beautiful ideas, but they don't know where to start.
Mhm,
And by getting together, hopefully we will be able to make a brainstorm, and of course, each one from its own place, um, do the right thing, in helping, recover all the mess we've done with our planet, and do the right thing, so we have a future for us and for the generations that are coming. Because you can see in the news, and it has to do a lot with the sequel of the Dolphin, plastic problems, floodings, climate change. Um, the heating of the oceans, overfishing, and so many things that seems to be unstoppable. But if there's one thing I've learned in my life is that the word impossible doesn't exist. And it's just a matter of getting together and doing our best to change the world for better.
So it's really about to come together, to connect, and to have the support of a lot of people to really make this change.
Exactly.
Mm.
And you see, one of the things I see every day is that technology is advancing so fast, but the world is changing so fast. And there's nothing wrong with technology. It's just a matter of how we use it. I'm so sad sometimes when I see so many people, and I have to say it, watching their cell phone for hours and hours and hours, living in a world that it's just basically screen made of glass, while we start to forget the wonderful world that we have all around us. I mean, the real world,
Mm.
and it's there for us to appreciate it and to enjoy it. So I guess that if we are able to recover some of our empathy, our humanity, um, again, trusting in conditional love, trust on unconditional love, and be kind to each other, and forgive and forget, people who are doing damage to the world right now. We can definitely get into a point where we will get together and, as Daniel Dolphin says in the sequel, make this dream come true.
You you mentioned unconditional love, Sergio,
Mhm.
and what do you think? How could we access or really feel or connect best or again and again with this unconditional deep love we all have inside our heart?
Yeah, we all have it inside of our heart. Unfortunately, we live in a society that every day, uh, it goes faster and faster, and sometimes we are running instead of walking,
Mm.
and it doesn't make sense because it doesn't give us the time to think about the really important things of in life, and we get caught in this call it rat race if you want, and because it happens to everyone, it happens to me. uh, so it's so easy as just for 5 minutes stop, revive and survive, and just sit on a park to watch the nature, or just watch a beautiful sunset, or have a beautiful conversation with a good friend. And suddenly you start to realize that unconditional love was always inside of us. And for many reasons, we hid it because, again, the society in some way tried to tell us that there are more important issues.
Mm.
And that's not the truth.
Mm.
That's not the truth. Of course, I mean, we have to make a living. There are things that we have to do to try to live a better life. But when is enough enough?
Mm.
I'll give you an example, Sinia. The other day in my apartment, I decided to clean it, and I was amazed to see all the things that I gave away that I didn't need.
Mm.
We buy and buy and buy things because of some smart, marketing promotion, or because, again, as I say, we're always looking at screens, but then we realize that we really don't need them. They are not a tool to make happier life. So when I refer to conditional love, sorry, is to go back to our roots as human beings. Uh, Also, I think empathy has to do such a big thing because we're losing it. We're with these technologies, we are closing ourselves in our own little worlds, but worlds that basically are not real.
Mm.
It just it's like an addiction, and but there's always hope. And as I said before, stop, revive, survive. Just look around you, and there's so many things are surrounding us, and they are free. They were given to us to appreciate life, and to see that life is a gift from the universe. But I believe that what we do with our life is our gift to the universe, and nothing better than trying to do your best by uh, by sharing unconditional love,
Mm.
a love without borders, without without um, walls, love that gives without asking for anything in return.
Thank you so much, Sergio. It resonates a lot with my heart to listen to your words. And so we can connect again if we do slowly, if
Yeah.
we go out, relax, to just pause and be in nature, go back to the roots. So this is what you do also to reconnect to your love. Am I right?
Yes, totally. You see, one of the things life taught me was that you can buy a lot of things, but you cannot buy time.
Mm-hmm.
And no matter how much money you can have, you cannot buy time. And what makes for me, a happy existence, it's all those little small moments in which you really connect with the universe and with life. And and just by staring at nature or whatever is the thing you love to do, that's time well spent
Mm-hmm.
because it makes you a better person, it makes you more happy, and in the end, uh, the purpose of everyone's life is to live a happy life, and we can do that by just you know being calm, quiet, watching the stars at night or a full moon. In my case, I love to go swimming at night or diving, and the feeling is, I mean, suddenly everything else disappears and you're one with yourself. And I guess those are the moments that make true happiness come into your life.
Mm. I can really feel that.
Thank you.
Are there any spiritual routines that you always integrate in your day, or is there anything that must not miss within a day for you?
Look, of course, there are some routines I do in the morning. I always wake up, meditate a little, and always thank life for one more day to live because you don't know how long you will be in this earth, in this beautiful planet. And also, when I get caught in work, I mean, really, I try not to be stressed. Uh, and I take little breaks, to just go to the balcony of my apartment or walk along the beach, or maybe just get a dive into the ocean. And it's amazing because once you do it, it clears your mind and it puts in perspective what is really important, at least for me. And that makes the whole difference on how the rest of my day will play. So I've learned it, and I try to practice it every day. And again, uh, in my case, one thing that I take very I'm very careful with is with my cell phone. Um, I always try to remember that uh, I own a cell phone. The cell phone doesn't own me. So um, I use it basically to chat with friends, for work, and not much more because it's so easy to get addicted. And for me, that's in my personal case, that is wasting my life, and and I prefer to live in the real world because that's the world that really is.
I think the cell phone is one of the tools we do have, which is a gift with all the possibilities, but has a lot of risk within, regarding how we use our time. And as you said before, we can never buy time. So we will run out of time someday. We don't know when that will be. And I think that's very important to bring more consciousness to the use of the cell phone.
I agree totally with you, Senia. Technology is amazing. I mean, we're doing a wonderful podcast, interchanging ideas and thoughts and blending in some way. And again, it's fantastic. Uh, for me, this is living
Mm,
system. But again, as you said before, we have to be very careful, I think, how we use these technologies in order to get the best of them without compromising our happiness, or without compromising the fact that uh, life is like a breeze. Uh,
mm,
time flies.
mm.
So time flies. Let's let's do the best with it because we only live once. and and life is such a beautiful adventure, such a beautiful thing that that we have to take these things into consideration to try to live the life we always wanted to live.
At the moment, I'm thinking about a person who is um, very in a hustle, maybe just doing things for the work, or um, yeah, the life is very fast, doing things in all the different areas of life. I think it's very difficult, or it could be difficult to really reconnect and um, to figure out what does really matter for me. And time flies, and 1 year is, yeah, passed away,
Mhm.
and nothing changed. So yeah, we didn't go for our dreams, or when we are very, yeah, like in this living, like a lot of people, yeah, I don't know how to say, but maybe you can understand what I want to express.
Oh, I understand you totally. Yeah, we get caught in the day-to-day living, and
Mm-hmm.
we don't realize that, as you said, one thing that I say always is a way to try to think about working is when is enough enough? Um, I mean, of course, everyone wants to have a better life. But what do we mean by a better life? You see, in my personal case, I have a second-hand car that takes me from here to the beach. It's not an expensive car, and I don't need an expensive car because the only difference is the time that I'm gonna put to buy that expensive car. But in the end, both cars will take me to the ways I love. So keep it simple, you know. Uh, when does the fact of trying to have a better life turns into greediness? And that I think it's the question, at least I ask myself all the time. You know, we can live such a simple life with the things we need and uh, and spend time doing things that will enrich our life in a different way, and in a much better way. Uh, Also going back to the book I am about 2%. Uh, uh, it's we're destroying so much of the resources of Mother Earth, and I hope we don't have to get to a point that one day we will realize that we cannot drink petrol or eat money. I mean, it doesn't make sense. Uh, I learned to live a nice, normal, comfortable life, and I don't need more. This I learned. Uh, Everything else is taking the time that I need to live a happy life.
For sharing, Sergio. Mhm.
Oh, thanks.
um, just looking at my questions. Hmm, I wanted to ask you, is there something, a message you would like to share to the whole world so that as many people as possible could hear this message?
What I would like to share, and it's the same thing, with all the things that are happening in the world right now, and of course, there are so many wonderful things happening, but the media, the press always try to catch the bad news because for a reason I still don't understand, they have more rating, and that's what they do. But we're coming, I believe we're almost reaching a point of no return. Uh, Too many problems at the same time, and sometimes it feels like things are not going to get better yet, but worse. And that's the time where we have to get together, the people who want to really make a better world. And again, we have the tools. Be human, forgive, the power of love, the power of millions, um, empathy. God, we've lost so much empathy because we live in our own little worlds. Uh, I remember when I was younger, most of the time I was out in the outside world, talking with friends or doing the things I loved. Of course, working too, but there was much more contact with other human beings and also with nature. Now, uh, I mean, if somebody wants to buy a table for their own home, it's very important to think where did this table came from? You know, we're destroying our forests, or when we go eating, uh, same thing. We are. Uh, I'm a keen surfer and I'm a keen diver, and I can see how the ocean is warming up. I can see. I cannot see ocean creatures that I used to see so often. They are not there anymore. So
Mm,
these are signs all around that tell us that we need to change in the way we think if we want to have a sustainable world and at the same time be at peace with nature, because we are part of nature. We are not the owners of it. And if I start to be a little dramatic, uh, we need nature, but nature doesn't need us. So I hope we will be able to realize that we cannot keep going the way we are going right now. And the only thing that we need to do is stop, think about more about the rest of us, and at the same time start doing the right thing. You know, um, don't leave things plastic. So many things that are, if you add them together, are causing so many of the problems we're facing today. The other thing, Senior, that I'm amazed, and I still don't have an answer to that, is that when I was a kid, I thought that when I was reaching the age I'm reaching now, I always thought that the wars would stop forever,
mm,
and we're still killing each other, and we're the only creature in the world that kills just for killing. In, in nature, you won't see that anywhere else. So why our thoughts or the way we live or our religions or so many things make us confront each other? Well, we should be respecting each other uh, and loving each other.
mm,
In the end, we're just human beings, and nobody chooses where to be born or what color to be born or what what financial status to be born. That's a question to the wind, and I truly believe that uh, if we get together, we can talk instead of fight, and and again make a better world for all of us, because enough is enough,
mm.
at least for me.
Thank you, Sergio. Do you think that all that hate we have in the world, or people killing people, or are mean, or whatever, um, do you think it starts with the love to yourself? So how you can accept, how you can love yourself, then how you react to others?
Of course, you see, it starts with the love on yourself, in yourself. Uh, I've seen. I was with a white uh, casks in one of the wars trying to help, and you can see the soldiers that they are following orders, but in the end, they're humans.
Mm,
And that's the reason why when they return from wars, they have all these PTSD, diseases. Um, some of them even commit suicide because they've seen things so horrible. And as kind human beings, they were just following orders of the people that we should get rid of. Those are the ones that start to mess everything. And in the end, the people who take the decisions, they take the decision based on their own interest and greediness. But the people, the common, normal people, uh, I'm totally sure that we would all be so happy and we could live in such peace uh, if there are no more wars. I mean,
Mm,
there's no point for a war. Uh, we're in the 21st century, and and again, it has to do a lot with greediness, with power, but not of the people who go to fight, the people who order them to go to fight.
mm,
And again, I don't like to get into politics. Look at what's happening in the United States. It's just crazy. It's just crazy. So um, again, for evil to win, the only thing that is needed is that good people do nothing.
mm,
So I guess this is a time to get together and not with violence, but with love, with humanity and respect. Try to change the circumstances so we can have a world in which we all can live in peace, in harmony. A lot of people will say, "Well, that's impossible." Life has shown me that the world impossible doesn't only exist for those who think that the impossible is impossible.
mm,
Uh, so hope is so important too. Hope, faith, and again, Senior, we come back to unconditional love. I guess that's the main thing of all.
mm, mm. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, it's a crazy world right now, but we have to do something.
Mm,
Each one from, I mean, you with your beautiful podcast, for example, you're making a difference, and that's so important. And I guess the same happens to everyone that they can help to end this madness, this craziness, and 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 as I said, stop, revive, survive, and let's start, talking with love, empathy, humanity, and we can solve so many problems.
mm,
We can solve so many problems. The power of one multiplied by the power of millions.
mm,
We will have to be heard. There's no other way.
mm. So the more people open their hearts, connect to their love, and follow their dreams and their purpose, the more we can heal the world, or yeah, we can support the healing of.
Yeah, I couldn't have said it better than you, Senior. You just said it. You just said it. I mean, that's the way. And
Mhm,
always, respecting nature
mhm,
because we're just we're just one species, but there are so many amazing species all around the world that we have to take care of them and let them be what they need to be.
mhm. I just read your book. I don't know the English title. It's the story when you've been in Florida and
Thriller.
you were together with these amazing animals. Manatees was the, yeah,
Exactly.
is it the same word in English?
Yep.
And I was so impressed to feel how you connected to this kind of species of these animals.
Yeah, because they're gentle giants. They weigh 2, 3 tons. They have these beautiful whiskers, you know, that they put them in your face and they start to play with you. But
Mm,
uh, at the same time, their skin is full of scars from motorboats. Um, some of them are their place to live is getting smaller and smaller. And I remember once I was really so in spiritually contact with one of them, and he stared at my face and like asking me, "Why do you do what you do? Why
mm,
do you take our territory?
mm,
You hurt us with your boats?" Um, and it broke my heart because it, they are supposed to learn from us, but in the end, we are the ones who have to learn from them
mm,
because it's like dolphins or whales or all these creatures I've been with. It's amazing to see them live the life they were supposed to live. For
mm,
them, money is not important. For them, you know, they don't dress, so doesn't matter how they look or they don't look,
mm,
but they love each other. And,
mm,
and it's just amazing how such a simple life, like the life that they live, can be a song of joy and so true to themselves. There's so much to learn about nature. I mean, from nature. It's just a matter of giving us the time to stare at it.
mm, mm,
And the answers are there. And by learning from nature, we will definitely learn to treat each other better than we're doing right now.
mm. So you really could experience how they love each other, how they care for each other. And I'm really impressed at how you said this one Manati had this message for you. What are you doing?
Yeah,
Why are you doing this? And I think such a great example how you could spread this message by writing your book. So
exactly.
you had the voice for the animal, and others like me could like dive into the story. And even if I've not been there in Florida and was not in contact with these animals, I could really feel or imagine how it could be to be there and to hear about that they have the scarves and that they are hurt by the boats, and it uplifted my knowledge about what happens out there. So
And I guess, Senior will have a different mission. Again, I insist this podcast that is being shared by so many people, that's a way to start, you know, that's a
mm,
way to start spreading the word and good, decent people will get together. We'll
mm,
get together because I've seen that for many, enough is enough. And we have the power to change this world. It's just a matter of wonderful people like you, through what you do, what you love to do, each one from its own corner, uh, spreading the same message, and it will come to a point that will bring so many people together, and and uh, and we will make a difference.
mm,
That's a promise.
mm. Thank you so much for your words and for this
No.
promise. Mhm. Yeah, it's great to connect and to yeah, to give something to the world, to share things, to share these experiences, and yeah, so it can spread. And so, like, with your books, nature has a voice, like the ocean, like the animals, and you just tell me so we can share it in a podcast. So it spreads and spreads and spreads.
It's wonderful. It's just wonderful. And the time is now. But I'm sure about that thing. Everything points out that the time is now, and we have to start. A lot of people are already doing amazing things, and it's just a matter of getting together and hoping for a better future because we live in a beautiful planet and it's the only one we have. So let's take care of it.
Mm. Yes. Sergio, do you have like a statement or a mission, some motivation that guides you through your life that you would like to share?
Yes, it again, it's a day-to-day living.
Mm.
Uh, Traveling has been so amazing for me and knowing so many countries in the world, so many different oceans. So, I mean, I while you grow up, I think the purpose of your life changes.
Mm.
Uh, when I began as a writer, as I said before, I was honored to be, read for by so many people around the world. But right now, uh, with the damage that I see that we're doing to Mother Earth, um, that purpose has changed a little. I will always write. But
Mhm.
right now, I think that my purpose is to spread the word of what I've seen, of the bad things that we're doing, and 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 give hope because we can fix it. We're still on time. We can fix all the things. And and again, there's so much to learn from nature that I would tell anyone. Give your time to smell the roses, time to see the birds, time to see a beautiful sunset, and then you will realize that there's something much bigger than we see every day, and it's such a strong feeling within oneself. And the best word I found to describe it is unconditional love. Yeah, so much beauty that surrounds us. So let's fix the things that are not going well and always think about the others and respect them and try to help those that have not been as lucky as you
Mm.
with humanity.
Mhm.
You don't need more. That's all. As I always say, a smile to the right person can change his or her life forever.
Mm. And sometimes it's just some little
Yeah.
things. Mhm.
Yeah. It's the little things that really make the difference.
Mhm.
If you add them up.
Mhm. Thank you, Sergio.
Oh, thank you, Sani. I mean, this is an honor.
It's an honor for me. So I really appreciate your time and everything you shared. And I'm so much looking forward to your new book, to read it and to meet you at your tour. And yeah, looking forward to see you again, to talk to you again.
Daniel Dolphin returns after 30 years with the biggest mission of his life.
Mm,
And dreams come true.
dreams come true. Yeah.
That's the reason what dreams were made from. Make them come true.
Wow. Thank you. This is so hopeful words for for the closing. Dreams are made to come true. Yeah.
Don't forget it.
I will save it in my heart.
Yeah, and let's spread the word. That's the thing we can do, and you will see that there's so many people around the world that are thinking the same way.
Yeah, it's great that we are all going this way, and we connect at different places, different spaces.
Yes. Yes.
Thank you so much, Sergio, for your time.
Oh, thank you, Senia. It's an honor to be here always with you. And you see, it's not one, now we're two. Now we are two.
Yes.
Yes. Millions.
Yes, I love that.
Thank you again. Thanks for everything.
Thank you. Danke, 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 dass du mit dabei warst im Gespräch mit Sergio. Und ich bin wie immer ganz gespannt, was du dir mitnimmst, was du dir mitgenommen hast für dich, für dein Leben, woran du dich vielleicht erinnert hast und welcher Traum vielleicht auch in dir schlummert, wo du dich erinnert hast, dafür loszugehen. Denn die Träume sind dafür da, um wahr zu werden, um Wirklichkeit zu werden. Und ja, lass mir gerne einen Kommentar da oder schreib mir @xenia.engelberger auf Instagram. Ich freue mich wie immer riesig von dir zu hören, von dir zu lesen. Und du kannst jetzt auch in den Shownotes gucken, wo die verschiedenen Tourdaten stattfinden. Also wo Sergio auf Tour ist und welche Stadt da auch bei dir in der Nähe ist. Und wenn du hier in Kempten im Allgäu irgendwo hier in der Gegend bist, dann hast du die Möglichkeit, am 7. April mit dabei zu sein bei der Lesung von Sergio in der Thalia Buchhandlung. Dann komm gerne da mit dazu. Es wird bestimmt ein absolutes Highlight, und da hast du die Möglichkeit, Sergio zu treffen und mit anderen Träumenden zusammenzukommen, die auch die Welt zu einem besseren Ort machen möchten. Und da hast du die Möglichkeit, dich mit den anderen zu verbinden. Und ich freue mich, wenn du diese Chance für dich auch nutzt und dir einen Termin raussuchst. Ich hoffe, dass dir das Interview Spaß gemacht hat, so wie es mir Spaß gemacht hat, so wie es mein Herz berührt hat. Hoffe ich, dass es auch dich berührt hat. Und ich freue mich, wie gesagt, von dir zu lesen, von dir zu hören, was du mitgenommen hast, vielleicht auch welche Bücher du von Sergio kennst, und kann dir wirklich empfehlen, in das ein oder andere Buch hineinzulesen, das durchzulesen und das vielleicht dann auch nochmal zu lesen und wirklich auch diese Weisheiten aus der Natur, von den Tieren, vom Ozean mit in dich aufzunehmen, die Sergio erfahren durfte und die er einfach in seinen Büchern auch weitergibt. Danke für deine Zeit hier im Podcast, und zum Abschluss von diesem Interview nimm gerne noch einen tiefen Atemzug. Atme durch die Nase ein und durch den Mund wieder aus. Lass ein Lächeln auf deinem Gesicht entstehen. Und ich wünsche dir einen wundervollen Tag, voller Freude, voller Magie, voller Strahlen, Licht und Liebe. Let's shine together von Herzen, deine Xenia.